coming. My name is Dave Whalen, Social Media Advisory Council. Before you get started, just something a little different. If you've got a cell phone or a mobile device, can you take it out, lift it up in the air, take a look at it? Got one? So everybody got one? Got one? Mr. Mayor, you got one? Okay, so that's about everybody? Okay, 2 quick questions for you. First of all, with a show of hands, how many people here have read the owner's manual for any of these social media products? Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. Who've read the owner's manual, cover to cover? Nobody. Okay. Last question. Do you know of somebody, whether it's a family member, business colleague, or even yourself, who has done something that you might want to characterize as irresponsible on social media? Something they posted, something they read, video they put on there. Who has a story? Somebody did something kind of silly on irresponsible on social media. Okay, it's about a half. Very good. That is one of the reasons why we are here today. Social Media Advisory Council's mission is simply this: to advocate socially acceptable ways of communicating on social media platforms, and then disseminating that information to schools, businesses, government organizations, civic groups throughout our community. We were directly influenced by the Steubenville rape case and the impact that it had on our community. We believe that many people in our community during that time got on their Facebook page or tweeted comments about the event, thinking that there would be no repercussion and no damage done, no matter what they said. And that's not how this technology works. We believe that once you get on your keyboard and sign into any of these social media products, the whole universe, and I mean the whole universe of those users, can read what you're saying, and more importantly, it's all remembered for years to come. So as all those unfiltered messages were going back and forth about the event, it was all out there for everyone in our community to read and everyone outside our community to read. Some of those conversations turned into evidence in the trial with the kids. Some of that information we know is going to come back and be very harmful to those senders years from now when they try to get a job or try to get a promotion. So we were concerned not only of that, but we also saw that international groups that troll the social media picked up on all this conversation that was going on during that event, and they took that and they spun it and gave it a national footprint, so that all of a sudden this community is in the national limelight for such a tragic event. And that, we felt, deepened the divide in our community even more. So we said to ourselves, who's responsible for managing this social media craziness? Should it be law enforcement? Well, there's no laws for this technology. It was just released to us. So they're not the answer. Should it be our educators? We believe our educators' plates are pretty full right now with everything else they do. To add that whole social media issue onto their responsibility doesn't make sense to us. Not only that, but it's not just teens that are misusing social media. So is it up to our local, state, federal government? Probably, but we believe this problem is happening right here, right now in our community. We are private citizens, and we thought that we would step up and try to do something about this situation. And that's why we formed the Social Media Advisory Council. I've been a Rotarian for over 15 years, and Rotarians all across the world have a 4-way test of the things they think, say, and do. And we looked at that 4-way test and we said, could that be a gauge, a guidepost for people who are on social media so that they won't get into trouble? And we thought it was a perfect fit. So what's the 4-way test? Number 1, is it the truth? Number 2, is it fair to all concerned? Number 3, will it build goodwill and better friendship? And number 4, will be beneficial to all concerned. We believe if you take that 4-way test and apply it to social media before you get on the keyboard or before you get on your smartphone, there'll be a more healthy and more positive communication going on in this community. So that's going to be our guidepost. Next, we wanted to set up a website. And I wanted to just take a moment to recognize the gentleman in the back, Mr. J.R. Wolf. He is the past district governor for the 31 Rotary clubs that stretch from Parkersburg to Weirton. We reached out to them about what we're trying to accomplish, and he was able to get us the funding we needed to create our website, which is smacounsel.org. So, J.R., I want to thank you for your support in doing that for us. On the website, you'll see the 4-way test, obviously. But the other thing you'll see is what I call the Social Media Owner's Manual. It's going to be organized in such a way that you can look up a particular social media product, Pinterest, Vine, YouTube, whatever it is. Or you can look it up based on your characteristic. I'm a parent, I'm a business owner. Either way, what you'll find is information about that technology, some safety tips about it, some do's and don'ts. Just a good, easy-to-read owner's manual. We thought, what a great way to start, because it's hard to parent if you don't know what it is the kids are using. It's hard to be a teacher or even a business owner and put in procedures and policies if you don't understand the technology. So the first step we thought we should do is give our community that kind of information that they can bookmark and go to at any time so they know what's going on. We plan to continue to upgrade the website as new technology comes about. Our next step is going to be to go out into the community and to talk to the kids, talk to schools, talk to civic groups. See, we're in a unique position in that we know public figures, both politically, in the media, and even in sports, where they've lived their lives in the limelight, very much like in social media, so things that they may say or do could come back and ruin their career. So we're going to reach out to the ones that have been very successful and ask them, can you come to our community and share your story with our kids, with our citizens here, to help us better understand and to better cope in this new world of social media. First of all, we set up this press conference primarily for you to get the word out about our website and about our organization. Get it out there, have people go to the website, bookmark it, because there'll be great information. If you're a parent, if you're someone, just anybody, it's great information. So please spread the word for us. Secondly, we know that we don't have all the answers. So we're asking you out in the community. We've designed the website so that if you have good stories, if you know of good things that are going on out there in social media, something that you want to share with us that we can then share for the rest of our community, please do that. Because the more good stuff we have in our website, the more of a powerful tool we can have in our community.
It was well over, if my memory serves me correctly, maybe even close to a year ago, that Dave had contacted me and asked me if I'd be interested to become involved in this organization. After listening to Dave, I traveled home and I thought, geez, do I have the time to become involved in this? I'm busy enough as it is. But then my thoughts even went a little bit further. And it kind of reminded me what first got me involved in politics over 30 years ago. And that was, I wanted to have a voice into what was being said in my community. And I thought about how many conversations I've been involved regarding some of the social media negative effects it's had on people throughout the world, not just our country, and locally. Then I thought, well, rather than talk about it, Dave's given me an opportunity to have some input and be able to go out there and at least try to assist and help. And that's what made my decision. And when you think about it in social media, and although our target is young people, it's not exclusively the young people. Today, how many times have we read where some young adult or someone in their middle age or further have done something on social media and the consequence has been very severe? I know some people have lost jobs. Some people have had their marriages just totally ruined because of the fact that they use social media to do things they shouldn't. And young people, it's such a tragedy because their minds are not mature enough yet to know the consequence. And any young person, and part of our message is saying that when you send something that is very secretive or explicit in some photos, do you really think it's going to be kept secret? Now, how many secrets do you really know, ask yourselves, that have been kept secret over the years, let alone with young people? And we want them to realize, you may be communicating with a boyfriend, but if you break up with that boyfriend 6 months from now, you think that boyfriend's going to use that as some revenge or use that to tarnish your reputation? Not only then do you become embarrassed, not only are you ashamed of maybe what occurred, but your family is as well. And we need to get that message out to young people. We know that their parents try their very best at home. We all do. I have 2 grandsons that I'm preaching to all the time, as far as the use of their phone. But as kids would be, and we were no different, that we always listened to our parents and what they told us. And sometimes outside people can have maybe even more of an effect on getting young people to listen. Dave mentioned some of the people that we hope to become involved in this. It's not unusual that we've heard through the news media over the years where, because of social media, young people, and again, we know how young people are, they do some malicious things on social media. It's resulted in suicide of other young people. That's a tragedy. Again, we have to let them know that these are things that could maybe not even affect them today. It could be 10 years from now, 15 years from now, something they do that can be very severe. So Dave has done most of the work. I'm here to go offer the support and do anything I can. I think this is a very important issue in our society today, and we're going to do all that we can. He mentioned that we're looking for the input, and we definitely are, because as you can well imagine, we're new, it's in our infancy, we don't have all the answers, and we're looking for any help that we can possibly get out there, but we feel very strongly about our goal. We feel very strongly what our objectives are. And with that, we thank you very much for being here.
Every year, the Rotary Club of Weirton Heights has their annual Mardi Gras. And I wanted to recognize Roger Isler, the current president of the Rotary Club. He has selected the Social Media Advisory Council as the beneficiary for this year's for this year's Mardi Gras. The Mardi Gras is going to be February 14th. It's going to be at the Williams Country Club. It's one of the best parties in town. We encourage you to support that because the monies that we will get will help us move our mission that much forward. And the further we can get started, the faster we can have a positive impact here in our community. So with that, do you have any questions, anything you want to say?
Is anybody else doing this thing? Is there any other organizations doing something like this?
We have not found anyone that has an organization totally committed to the advocacy of the proper use of social media. There are a lot of organizations that talk about using it in the right way, but they also are involved in the monetary advancement of social media. But we right now don't know of any other groups that are structured like we are right now. Yes, Roger.
How many different social media platforms are you including in your website? Is it the so-called owners name you referred to earlier?
There is approximately 8 or 9 that have in there. Some of them that I never knew of before. And again, and some will go away as they become obsolete, and we'll add the new ones as they come on in. So, and we're using our folks who have designed our website to give us the tracking. They track us for us, the newer technology that's coming out. In that area, though, again, that's where we're looking at, if we can develop some sustaining funding for our organization, then we can get in more experts in the area, in the technology area, to help us be more aware of what's going on. Anything else?
One more question. Is law enforcement showing an interest in your organization? Reach out to them?
We're very new. This is really our first day on the job, so we thought we'd get a public notice out, and then we'll reach out to the community as we move forward. So I really can't say because we haven't really asked them yet. So, and it's interesting to know what role they will play. Because again, there's no laws for this technology. No one can get arrested for what you tweet on your smartphone. So again, it's probably more of an advocacy in support of what we do. Any other questions? I really thank you so much. And again, if you could please spread the word about the website and get it out there so that people have this for our community. Because we're doing this for our community. We want this to be a better place and where we can cope with this new technology. Thank you so much.